Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MPWF Annihilation, episode 8, live on YouTube. We are here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the home of hardcore. I am your host, as always, Dwayne James, Johnny Feelgood, and what a night of action we have for you. Already scheduled on Twitter an unsanctioned match between Payne and the Avenger, as well as we will see Justice Fitzgerald discuss within the Royal Rumble, which I am not looking forward to as well as a bunch of matches that KK Kwame is about to announce right now, because in the ring is the general manager of Annihilation. Once again, everybody, welcome to Annihilation here, folks. We are on the road to WrestleMania, as KK Kwame welcomes everybody to the show. MPWF War was spectacular, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come up the heels of the Royal Rumble, but Kwame says we're officially on the road to WrestleMania, and tonight I have prepared an episode of wrestling that you will not forget. Before we begin, let me tell you all that I've been asking, that I am okay. I was roughed up by Payne, but I am made from tough stuff. I'd like to thank Ricky Cash for the assist, and I'm happy for all of you and what you will see in Ricky Cash in action tonight. That's right, Ricky Cash will be in action tonight here on Annihilation, folks. And KK Kwame saying there that he is okay after the attack by Payne. It was prevented by Ricky Cash. Kwame says after the Royal Rumble, I had to hand out a few fines to keep this roster in check. Payne, the Avenger, and Ryan Sparxx have all received fines for the two of them that has led to a match tonight. They clearly need to sort this issue out, and between the two, and that's why tonight's main event, I'm allowing the Avenger and Payne to face each other in an unsanctioned match. They can tear each other apart and enjoy it, but the MPWF will have nothing to do with what happens to either of them. Both men have accepted the terms of the match. As we mentioned earlier, an unsanctioned match later tonight. Kwame says, I want to congratulate Justice Fitzgerald on retaining the Undisputed Women's title. Regardless of how difficult she can be, she represented this brand well at the Royal Rumble, and I also want to congratulate the new MPWF Tag Team Champions, the Young Ones. With that said, let me explain to you what will be happening the majority of this episode. War's superstar Shane Carter won the 2024 Royal Rumble, and he will main event WrestleMania. In the event that Shane Carter does not choose Annihilation, I have created a WrestleMania tournament that will start tonight. The winner will challenge MPWF champion Payne, and if Shane Carter does choose us, the winner will face CJ Parker for the YouTube Championship. Well, that is amazing. We are starting a WrestleMania tournament here. Since the quarterfinals will all take place on tonight's episode, the semifinals will take place at MPWF Crossroads, and the finals will be the main event of MPWF Episode 9. At this time, I would like to introduce a special guest to MPWF Annihilation. Well, that is massive. A WrestleMania tournament scheduled tonight. The winner of that tournament will either challenge for the Undisputed Championship or the YouTube title. Wait a minute. Wait a second here, folks. Before we get into explaining the WrestleMania tournament, Last Legends play, and there is the 2024 Royal Rumble winner, Shane Carter, a member of the MPWF War brand, but he is here tonight on Annihilation as KK Kwame's special guest. And the fans in Philadelphia were not expecting to see Shane Carter here tonight, I can tell you that right now. Again, folks, if you have not seen the MPWF Royal Rumble, go to our YouTube channel once this is done and check that event out. It was an amazing show, a spectacular event, and Shane Carter was able to outlast 29 other men to become the winner of the Royal Rumble, where he will main event and challenge for either the MPWF World Championship or the CAW World title. You can see here KK Kwame is putting some contingencies in case Shane Carter does not pick the MPWF Championship and the Annihilation brand. But within saying that, KK Kwame has brought Shane Carter out here tonight to experience Annihilation for the first time. This is a massive announcement here, folks, and a massive to see Shane Carter. But again, WrestleMania tournament, the winner will challenge for the MPWF Championship if Shane Carter picks the CAW World title. And if Shane Carter picks the MPWF title, the winner of that tournament will challenge CJ Parker for the YouTube Championship. This crowd here loving the fact that Shane Carter is here tonight on Annihilation. You already feel like being a big-time night here. What a confrontation this is here. KK Kwame to speak to Shane Carter. This is the Royal Rumble winner here on Annihilation. Kwame says, thank you for accepting my invite tonight, Shane. I want you to get a full feel for MPWF Annihilation before you make your decision at MPWF Crossroads. I think you would be a perfect fit on the show, and I think your destiny is the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship. You could have a chance to win back the title you felt was stolen from you. Cram trying to secure Shane Carter on Annihilation. The MPWF fans did vote that they would love to see Shane Carter challenge for the title in the chat, for the MPWF World title, that is, on our chat during MPWF War. So again, is it his destiny to challenge for the MPWF World Championship and switch over to the Annihilation brand? Shane Carter says the legend killer Shane Carter is on Annihilation, and he is, folks, for the first time ever. He says, Quam, destiny is an interesting thing. What is the next destination of my destiny? Is it on War or here on Annihilation? Facing the likes of Ryan Sparxx, the Cipher, Jaime Emo, and Ricky Cash certainly interests me. They certainly had a mix of current MPWF wrestlers and my favorite legends to kill. At the Welcome to YouTube Show 2022, I became the MPWF World Champion, as you all know. Ryan Sparxx cashed in on me, and as quickly as I became champion, I lost it. That title has my name written all over it, and a tyrant in Max Payne currently holds it. I wouldn't mind taking the title from him and being the man to beat him. Is he making his decision already? You see, Quam, that is poetry. That is destiny. But my destiny is to main event WrestleMania and become the World Heavyweight Champion. As of right now, I don't know which World Championship that is, but what I do know is that it doesn't matter who I face, I will win at WrestleMania. Shane Carter, very confident, always believing in his destiny, so he says, so if I choose Annihilation, it doesn't matter how many men I face, my destiny will make me world champion. So there is no need to have a winner of the WrestleMania tournament challenge for the YouTube title. If I choose Annihilation, you can make it a triple threat match. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Shane Carter is saying equal hands for everyone. Shane Carter wants to fight everyone here, folks. Shane Carter is saying that destiny is so absolute. Destiny is so absolute that the winner of the WrestleMania tournament could still be added to the MPWF title match if he chooses it. And wait a second. That's the music of the brand new YouTube champion. The self-proclaimed best in the world, CJ Parker. And again, listen to this stat. CJ Parker defeated Lethal Mathematics and Jaime Emo in the same match to become the YouTube champion. It is too hard to argue best in the world status if you can pull that off and win that championship belt right there. But man, CJ Parker might have something to say about Shane Carter, saying the winner of this tournament could challenge for the MPWF World Championship. It doesn't matter about the YouTube title. And again, that's a very prestigious championship, as you can see how tightly CJ Parker is holding on to that championship. Again, what a way to kick off Annihilation here tonight. And there's CJ Parker, microphone in hand, and he does not look happy at all. Parker says, Quam, I know that you are bootlicking and kissing ass right now to secure the main event of WrestleMania, but this is crazy. Who is Shane Carter to decide who someone faces at WrestleMania? Come to Annihilation and face Max Payne. I would love to watch him destroy you, but don't stop the winner from challenging for the YouTube title in one of the most high-profile matches at WrestleMania. I've told you before, Quam, I am the best in the effing world, and I proved it at the Royal Rumble. In the same night, I sent Lethal Mathematics packed into MPWF War, and I beat CAW legend Jaime Emo in the same night to become the new YouTube champion. If anything, I should be the one deciding what show I should be challenging for the world title. I mean, you have to win the Royal Rumble for that to take place, but again, the accolade of what CJ Parker accomplished was massive. And KK Quam is going to have to deal with CJ Parker here, as Shane Carter looks like he's ready to fight Parker right now. And Shane Carter, wait a minute. Carter saying, Parker, the YouTube champion, a punk face, wow, with Stevie Wonder's best haircut. If I'm going to come to Annihilation, I guess I need to remind some people why I am Mr. 1992, the legend killer, why I am Shane Carter. So let's quit the talking and let's get to fighting. Well, those are big-time fighting words by Shane Carter there, highly insulting CJ Parker. And Parker does not look happy about that at all. I'm saying, oh, I like the sound of that. We have a big show on our hands. Later tonight, the 2024 Royal Rumble winner, Shane Carter, will take on MPWF YouTube champion, CJ Parker. And Shane is right. Enough talking. Let's get to our first match. Good luck later tonight, gentlemen. So there you have it, folks. As well as the WrestleMania tournament starting tonight with the quarterfinal matches, as well as the unsanctioned match to take place tonight, we have now just announced that it is going to be CJ Parker, the YouTube champion, versus Royal Rumble winner Shane Carter here tonight on MPWF Annihilation. Again, what a start to this show. It's going to be even better as this show continues. As you see here, the beautiful match graphic, folks. CJ Parker versus Shane Carter one-on-one here tonight, as well as unsanctioned, the Avenger versus MPWF champion Max Payne. The MPWF will not be held liable for any of the injuries that take place in this matchup. And there is the brackets for the WrestleMania tournament. We have Stacy Sweet, Ricky Cash, Klaus, Billy Ray Peterson, the Cipher, Yamamoto Yoshino, Ryan Sparxx, and Systematic Carnage. All of these men fighting for an opportunity to either challenge for the MPWF Championship or the YouTube title, depending on what Shane Carter chooses at MPWF Crossroads. And look at who has arrived in the building. What a magnanimous moment it was at the Royal Rumble when we saw the return of Mr. Cash Money, Ricky Cash, and he is going to be in action later tonight, folks. But it's time, and what a way to kick the night off. What a way to kick the night off wrestling-wise here on this show. Because introducing the man who was last eliminated in the Royal Rumble matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Cipher. A very controversial ending to the Royal Rumble matchup. The Cipher believed he had eliminated Shane Carter. Shane Carter held on to the ropes. Neither of his feet touched the floor. Shane Carter skinned the cap and eliminated the Cipher to win the Royal Rumble. But again, the Cipher completely of the new generation of the MPWF to get to the final two of the Royal Rumble was spectacular. And now with an opportunity here in this matchup, in this tournament, is massive for this kid. Again, the ovation for the Cipher at the Royal Rumble was special. The Come On New York chants in New Jersey of all places was amazing. Not to mention the matchup on our previous episode of Annihilation the Cipher had with Klaus was incredible. What a main event that was in Madison Square Garden, with the return of Angel Ortiz to help the Cipher out. This kid has had a massive 2024, and again, his dream of potentially challenging for the MPWF World Championship is not over yet. If the Cipher can win this entire tournament, he can challenge for either that title or the Cipher, who has not won a major singles title yet in the MPWF, could challenge for the YouTube title at WrestleMania. The sky is the limit for the enigma known as the Cipher. They're wearing the chains that he earned from defeating and training with Takagi in Fight Japan Core Wrestling. The Cipher is ready here tonight. And there it is again, folks. The Come On New York chants, but this time in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The MPWF fans in the live chat saying the Cipher is mere moments away from achieving the next level in his career. And again, the respect for his performance in the Royal Rumble is astounding here tonight. But again, this is not going to be an easy first round matchup in this WrestleMania tournament. Another man I should say, who had a great Royal Rumble weekend is the brand new MPWF Zero Limits champion, the son of the dragon, Yamamoto Yoshino. Yamamoto Yoshino became the first man to pin Tito on the main roster here in the Major Japan Wrestling Federation. Tito now the second ever Zero Limits champion. After this match is done, he will announce the new stipulation for the Zero Limits title. The rules of the belt is every time there's a new champion, they will choose the stipulation of the belt. Tito chose Full Count Anywhere. now that Yamamoto Yoshino is the champion, he will have an opportunity to choose the stipulation. Usually he would choose it before wrestling, but because of this WrestleMania tournament, this takes precedence. And again, it's massive. The Dragon was unleashed at the Royal Rumble, and Yoshino could beat one of his oldest rivals in the Cipher. For those of you that haven't watched the World Wrestling Future, these two men went at it a couple times in the World Wrestling Future. Yoshino could beat the Cipher and move on and become a Zero Limits champion and also an MPWF champion or YouTube champion. Like I said, he might become the belt collector Yamamoto Yoshino, which, I mean, doesn't sound bad. Doesn't sound bad. This is going to be a spectacular matchup, though, between these two young athletes. I'm telling you that right now. You talk about seeing the future of the MPWF in real time. That's what this opening matchup is here tonight. So again, the WrestleMania tournament, it was held last year. Sub-Zero Angel Ramirez Ortiz won that tournament to get a shot at the MPWF title at WrestleMania. But again, this is all predicated on what will Shane Carter choose. Which championship will he choose? Which title? Which show will he main event for at WrestleMania? See the Cipher immediately there with that jackhammer to Yamamoto Yoshino. And again, a bit of history between these two men. This is the third time that Yamamoto Yoshino and the Cipher see each other in an MPWF ring. In the World Wrestling Future Art Developmental Show, Yamamoto Yoshino defeated the Cipher for the World Wrestling Future Championship. And then in the Cruiserweight Classic, the Cipher defeated Yamamoto Yoshino, and that was all the way back in 2021, folks. So these two haven't been in the ring with each other in almost 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. As the Cipher going right after Yamamoto Yoshino, things have changed quite a bit. The Cipher came onto the MPWF main roster and slowly made his way up, and in the last year has made a massive splash with major victories over Richard Hawkins, over the God of War and MPWF Hall of Famer Apollo. The Cipher again getting to the end of the Royal Rumble matchup. Yamamoto Yoshino has been trying to unleash that dragon, and as we said, being the first person to defeat Tito and become the Zero Limits champion. These two men are bringing up accolades right as we speak, performing extremely well on Annihilation. We said on the World Wrestling Future that this could be a main event of WrestleMania at any point in time. As Yoshino now taking down the Cipher here. Yoshino's father, Yamasaki Yoshino, not here this evening. Back in Japan, sorting out affairs over there, so Yoshino is by himself. His father had a massive assist, and again, I would not sit there taunting the Cipher or this crowd. Yoshino went to play with the crowd there and got a boot right in his face. The Cipher is not one to play with, and I snap suplex there by the Cipher to Yamamoto Yoshino. Again, KK Kwam as a general manager has to be very happy with this first round matchup between these two competitors. Again, that's what you always want to see. You want to see the success in the main events. You want to see the fans' interest in the shows, and you want to see the future unfold on your show, and that is what we're seeing here in this matchup, as the Cipher is firing himself up and has this Philly crowd 100% on his side. And the Cipher now going for the Boston Crab here on Yamamoto Yoshino. Young boy style, wrenching on that lower back. Again, for later tonight, as we mentioned, Justice Fitzgerald will be speaking and talking about winning the Royal Rumble. And again, I am not looking forward to that one at all. That is going to be outrageous. Outrageous. But the unsanctioned matchup between the Avenger and Max Payne is going to be an absolute war. Ricky Cash in action later tonight in this tournament. 3 more tournament matches. It's big time, folks. As Yoshino now has the Cipher on the ropes. And again, we're also seeing how the Annihilation brand is recovering after the fact that Lethal Mathematics was traded to MPWF War. Lethal Mathematics very successful on War as the #1 contender for the CAW World Heavyweight Championship, and will meet Sean Stevens' brother at Crossroads in what is expected to be a phenomenal matchup. But speaking of Crossroads, KK Kwam did announce that the semi-finals of this tournament will be taking place at Crossroads. So we have 2 matches from the War brand and 2 matches from Annihilation on that special event. As Yoshino now using those educated feet on the Cipher. And Yoshino, nice STO takeover, going straight into the cover here, but a kick out. And I think Yoshino does know that is not going to beat the Cipher, but he's going to want to wear it down on him. And again, how could I mention, I was talking about the Cypher's win, Klaus. He beat Klaus on our previous episode. And like I said, an amazing main event. But Yoshino, again, more vicious. This matchup was a lot more technical in the World Wrestling Future. Times have changed. This crowd here booing Yamamoto Yoshino. It's Yoshino now on the second rope here. And he's waiting for the Cypher to get up. Yoshino is purely focused right now. He took his eye off the ball in the beginning for an instant, but has not done that since then. And going right to the cover here on the Cypher, and a kick out again at 1. And Yoshino not happy with that one. And there's a knee right to the throat there. Perhaps the chest. You can take it the way you see it, have it the way you want it. Yoshino now on the second rope again, and there's a no! Went for another one, but the Cypher moved out the way. And Yoshino's knee hitting the mat. Cypher fighting back with those boxing shots. And that combi blow to the back of the head. And now the Cypher going for a clothesline, taking down Yoshino. And another clothesline. And the Cypher now ducking Yoshino's clothesline, and a big one, sending Yoshino down to the ground. And now the Cypher perhaps could be looking for either the spear or his pile driver maneuver that we've seen him hit in Mortal Technique. And there's a nice schoolboy into the powerbomb, going for the cover, 2, and Yoshino kicks out. So the Cypher has utilized that last ride sit-out powerbomb as well. Hasn't done that in quite a while. Yoshino has in his arsenal the sharpshooter, the KTFO spin kick, the Osaka street cutter inherited from his father. And again, these two men know each other very well, not just in the World Wrestling Future, as the Cypher dived out the ring there on Yoshino, but they have trained together in Japan, when the Cypher had his stint in Fight Japan Pro Wrestling. You know, so again, these men, this is a well-versed match between these two. And now look at that, sending Yoshino into the apron. And again, like I said, the Cypher ain't afraid to fight on the outside of the ring. So Yoshino, who was taking it to the outside earlier, has to watch out, because the Cypher is very comfortable in a fight. But Yoshino now with a body shot there. And now, oh, what a kick that was. What a martial arts kick that was by the Dragon. Going for the cover, and now the Cypher kicks out at 2. And now look at this, going after the arm here, wrenching at it. And we also saw the Cypher provide some submissions in that matchup with Klaus as well. We've heard that the Cypher has been training with Angel Ortiz, whilst the Ortiz is recovering from his neck injury. We hope Ortiz is here soon in the MPWF. We miss him dearly here on Annihilation. What a heavy blow to the Annihilation brand. It was losing him, but oh, what a shot that was. You want to talk about heavy blows. A heavy blow to the back of the neck there by the Cypher as he goes for the cover on Yoshino, but Yoshino kicks out. And the Cypher now feeling that he's got the momentum on his side, but no, a jawbreaker there by Yamamoto Yoshino. And Yoshino now with a high angle, beautiful bridge, Northern Light suplex to the Cypher, and the Cypher kicks out. This is our opening matchup here on Annihilation Episode 8 here on YouTube. And Yoshino now go for the sharpshooter. We talked about it earlier. One of his favorite submission holds, and the Dragon with the sharpshooter. You may call it a dragon lock these days. You can take it the way you see it, have it the way you want it. As Yoshino wrenches back on the Cypher. The Cypher, though, using those powerful legs. We want to point out the fact that both Yoshino and the Cypher have put on size, and what a clothesline there. Both men gaining newfound power here in the MPWF, and the Cypher off the top right. Oh, man, 450! The Cypher with his patented 450 splash off the top rope to the floor on Yoshino. The Cypher with the 450 splash off the top to the floor on Yoshino, folks. And now Yoshino, man, just fighting back with everything he's got. I think the Cypher, if he could have hit that in the ring, but he just got the KTFO. And now Spine Buster, oh my goodness. What a reversal into the Spine Buster by the Cypher. 2, and Yoshino gets the shoulder up. Yoshino having to grab the ropes. I think he's still got the wind knocked out of him from that 450 splash. And now Yoshino fires back with a clothesline and a second clothesline, and now ducking it, and now there's the savate kick there by Yoshino. What a battle this is between these two men, trying to stay on top of each other. The Cypher moved out of the way of that spin kick, and now, oh my god, and that breaker. I said both these men know what the other one's going to do in the ring. Both these men are no strangers to each other in an MPWF ring. And now the Cypher go for the boot. Yoshino moved out of the way as well. Now look at this combination here. And that one dropped the Cypher. So far the Cypher hit his 450 on the outside of the ring. And Yoshino went for the KTFO. The Cypher ducked out of it. So we're at a stalemate, an impasse here between these two. And now the Cypher putting Yoshino up on the top rope here. And wait a second, the Cypher got Yoshino high up on the top. High up on the top, and there is a Samoan drop. And Yoshino tried to roll to the ropes, but the Cypher stopping him to go to the semifinals. Oh no, Yoshino gets the shoulder up here. What a matchup this is on Annihilation Episode 8. The two of these men fighting to be the first person to move to the semifinals of the WrestleMania tournament. And now the Cypher mounting Yoshino and firing away at him with those left hands. And shots to the midsection. Like I said, KK Kwam is definitely enjoying this matchup. Looking at what he can do. And oh, look at that. Went for the kick. Cypher thought he ducked it. But Yoshino catching him in the face. Cypher though fighting back out. And they get back to that impasse. And then there's a snap suplex there by the Cypher. But both men are down here. Both men are down. You see the Cypher took a little bit longer to get to his feet. But wait a minute, Cypher now go for the Superman punch. Go for the Superman punch and he hits it. Big time Superman punch. And kick to the midsection. And oh, the Cypher is going to go. Oh, he's going to go for the last right powerbomb. The Cypher with the last right powerbomb. We haven't seen him hit that in a long time here. 2, 3, and the Cypher goes to the semifinals. Oh, what a way to kick off Annihilation, folks. What a way to kick off Annihilation. These two men went at it. They are hurt. They are still recovering from the Royal Rumble weekend events. But they put it on the line. Both of these men, like I said, were tick for tack with each other, reversing each other's finishing moves, and Yoshino finding a way to be on the outside of the ring or grab the ropes. But when it was all said and done, the Cypher was able to hit the last right powerbomb. Yoshino was definitely planning for Immortal Technique, that tombstone power driver, but the Cypher switched up his game plan and picked up the win here tonight. Congratulations to the Cypher. And listen to this crowd here showering the Cypher again in that praise, folks. And there's Ben Rich, our announcer, to interview the Cypher. Now this is crazy, this ovation from the crowd. Crazy. And Rich says, Cypher, the ovations you've received tonight has been amazing to witness. You came very close to winning the 2024 Royal Rumble, with some saying that you deserve to win it. And now you're into the semi-finals of the WrestleMania tournament at MPWF Crossroads. What is next for the Cypher, and what are your goals for WrestleMania? Listen to this. This crowd is waiting for the Cypher, and he says, as of right now, the goal is to win the WrestleMania tournament and challenge for the MPWF World Championship at WrestleMania. That's what my sole focus is. Yoshino brought the fight tonight like he always does, but I'm a man on a mission. I'm the big dog in this house, and to prove it, I need the MPWF World Championship. I don't get sentimental, I've said that before, but I've seen the support of the MPWF fans, and I appreciate it. We're in Philly, and you're all cheering for this kid from New York. I don't have some crazy evil powers. I'm not a 7-foot giant. I'm not a submission master like Angel Ortiz. I'm the Cypher, the kid from New York who ain't got no quitting. And that's right, the kid with no quit from New York is the Cypher. Has the entire country chanting for New York everywhere he goes. The Cypher says, what's next for me? I want a big one at WrestleMania. A match and a moment no one will forget. I am the Cypher, and I have spoken. Well, will the Cypher get his moment at WrestleMania? the Cipher will be in the semi-finals of the WrestleMania tournament at MPWF Crossroads, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, the sky is the limit for this kid. He didn't sit there and complain and whine and bitch and moan about losing the Royal Rumble. He's came right back to action, right back to fighting, and you have to respect that, folks. Will the future take over by the time this WrestleMania tournament is done? There's Yoshino backstage. And again, kudos to Yoshino. That was a great matchup. But Yoshino says, Cipher, quit your babbling. You got lucky against me. I promise it won't happen again. But you talk about moments. Unlike the Cipher, I actually created a moment Royal Rumble weekend when I became the Zero Limits champion. I was the first person to pin Tito. Now it's time to shift focus back onto something important. And let me tell you all the stipulation of the title. That's what we want to know. And Yoshino saying the new stipulation of the Zero Limits Championship will be... Wait a minute! Tito attacking Yoshino before he can say the stipulation for the Zero Limits title. Like I said, it was practically a handicap match. Tito versus Yoshino and his father at the buy-in show. And Tito not happy at all, taking Yoshino out, and oh my goodness. It's a bad night for Yamamoto Yoshino. And now Tito saying, Yoshino, it doesn't matter what the stiff is for my Zero Limits title. You and your pop stole the title from me, and I'm going to take it right back off you. Ain't no need for a new stipulation. A new champ is coming soon, and that's me. You won't find the dragon. I'm a 6'5" breathing son of a bitch. Keep that belt warm for me, Yoshino. Oh my goodness. Tito sending a message to Yamamoto Yoshino here tonight, folks. And oh, what is this? There's the mothership backstage. Cat Smalls and Brooklyn Von Braun. Captain Small saying, now that the boys are done playing with each other, let's preview the most important thing to happen since the return of the MPWF to YouTube. Tonight is the celebration of Mother, the greatest MPWF women's wrestler in history, and she is still the MPWF Undisputed Women's Champion, despite having to overcome every odd imagined in car wrestling. Oh Lord. She says, Justice is a trailblazer, a visionary. She is the role model of every human walking the face of the earth. She is my hero, and tonight she will induct herself into the first ever Justice Hall of Fame. All this talk of who Shane Carter going to face in the main event of WrestleMania is a travesty. Our Mother should be in the main event, and she will bless you with her presence later tonight. Well, don't let me hold my breath for Justice Fitzgerald to do the Justice Fitzgerald Hall of Fame. You know them shenanigans are going to be crazy tonight, folks. Crazy. But we move into our next matchup of the evening here, folks. The next quarterfinal matchup here in the MPWF Championship WrestleMania tournament. And here is the Scorpion, Klaus. And again, I was up close and personal with this man in the Royal Rumble matchup. And let me tell you, I have never been in the ring with a man as powerful as Klaus. He launched me out the Royal Rumble match, folks. Klaus, with 8 eliminations in the Royal Rumble, was absolutely dominant. It was incredible to witness. He is an absolute monster. And again, for a live chat, if you're in the chat right now, firstly, wave, say hi. Thank you for being in the chat. If you're interested in joining the chat, watch any of the MPWF events live, you can join us in the live chat. It's a hell of fun time. But the chat was going crazy at the dominance of Klaus. And again, this is right up Klaus's alley, this type of tournament, this type of situation. And again, Klaus being the #1 contender for the MPWF or YouTube Championship would be a wild sight, folks. And would completely change the outset of the MPWF Annihilation brand. Again, this man is the reason that Angel Ortiz isn't competing. The Scorpion is the reason that Sub-Zero has been taken out of MPWF action. But again, this is going to be difficult. He is going to be facing Mr. Billy Ray Peterson, who is home tonight, folks. Who is home. And there he is, folks, back home in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. with a special tribute to his trainer, the legendary Marcus O'Reilly. For those who are initiated, those who watched the MPWF since the very beginning, you know what this means to Billy Ray Peterson. You know who Marcus O'Reilly is, the original hardcore icon of the MPWF. Look at that, beer can crushed across his head. Billy Ray Peterson has been fighting for an opportunity like this. Billy Ray Peterson has dropped so much weight, has got into tremendous shape. I mean, he pretty much has found TRT at his age, to be fair. But without saying so, Billy Ray Peterson has worked his ass off to get here to this point, to now be facing Klaus in this WrestleMania tournament. Billy Ray Peterson defeated Jason Holiday to earn a spot in the Royal Rumble matchup on the Brian Show for the Royal Rumble. Like I said, this is massive, and Billy Ray Peterson just enjoying this reaction for this crowd. So I am going to zone out and allow Philadelphia to cheer their chosen son. What an entrance of Billy Ray Peterson here tonight. He has the crowd on his side, and he's gonna need it. He is gonna need it, because Klaus is looking to go all the way to the top. And here we go, Billy Ray Peterson firing off against Klaus. He knows how important this opportunity is, how hard it is to get into, even to be in this tournament. And again, the thing you have to take advantage of as well is the fact that Jaime Emo is injured. Angel Ortiz is injured. So those are two spots that had to be filled by someone else here on Annihilation Breath. Lethal Mathematics went to MPWF War via a trade for Max Payne. And Max Payne is the MPWF champion. So for Billy Ray Peterson, the stars have aligned. Can he take advantage? Unfortunately for him, it's against that man right there, Klaus, with that big-ass chop, folks. And again, Billy Ray Peterson, sorry, for Klaus, I was going to say, Klaus had to face the Cipher in his hometown on our last episode, and now he faces Billy Ray Peterson in his hometown. What Klaus cannot do is underestimate the hometown advantage. It gives you an extra boost, an extra power-up when you have your hometown audience going crazy for you. There's a beautiful code breaker there by Billy Ray Peterson going into the cover here on Klaus. So again, Klaus is going to have to be very tepid against Billy Ray Peterson. This matchup could honestly go either way. Like I said, Klaus is on paper bigger, faster, stronger, more intense than anyone, not just Billy Ray Peterson. But I mean, Billy Ray Peterson has the heart of a warrior, the hardcore icon with Philadelphia on his side. And now look at that. Oh my God. Sorry there, folks. I thought he was going to hang him up on the ropes, but he just dropped him right on his face and the ropes at the same time. So Klaus is about pain and punishment. The Team Bloodshed way, trained by Ivan Volkov, has adopted that way into a more sinister view of how the fight style of wrestling should be trained. Again, look at that. Just absolutely chopping the living hell out of Billy Ray Peterson. And now another big heavy chop there by Klaus. So Klaus has not won a singles championship, and oh man, was a bit overzealous there. And Billy Ray Peterson using his experience. And Billy Ray Peterson diving on top of Klaus. Like I said, you gotta be careful. When you have this crowd, a crowd like Philly on your side, the way it is for Billy Ray Peterson, you definitely get psyched up. And Klaus needs to stop that. And I mean, he did with that clothesline, but he needs to stop it permanently in this matchup. And now look at this here. Now, oh my goodness. Hanging him right up there on the barricade. And now Klaus doing what he will with Billy Ray Peterson. And now look at this. A modified Dragon Sleeper. He's like a damn grizzly bear, just engulfing his opponent. Billy Ray Peterson, though, able to roll out there. Nice move by Billy Ray Peterson. Peterson now trying to fight back here. Peterson going for the brass, cuts it all. Klaus ducked it. Billy Ray Peterson went to bring this to the hardcore, but Klaus able to escape it. And an elbow there. Billy Ray Peterson was hoping the referee wasn't paying attention there. Tried to catch Klaus off guard, and now look at that boom, sending BRP to the floor. Said Klaus is more than just wise beyond his years. He is just an exceptional talent. I can't say it enough how dominant this man is, how dominant this man will be. And now Billy Ray Peterson fighting back though. And now Peterson going with a chop of his own. And again, with the heart I was talking about, fighting back in everything he's got on Klaus. And now BRP, pop-up powerbomb, he hit it. A pop-up powerbomb on Klaus, go for the cover. No, wow, just a 1 count. Now what's that got to do to a man when you powerbomb someone and only get a 1 count? It's got to be a lot going through your mind, but this time Billy Ray Peterson hangs up Klaus on the ropes. BRP builds some momentum, and oh my goodness. What a moonsault by Billy Ray Peterson off the top rope, and Klaus gets the shoulder up. Billy Ray Peterson pulling out all the stops here tonight. What a spectacular move up the top rope. And I'll go to the top rope again. Billy Ray Peterson saying it was so nice, he's going to hit it twice. And there's a double axe handle up the top. PRP is feeding off of this Philadelphia crowd. And all that block shot there by Klaus. And Klaus, oh my God, what a clothesline. And now went for the clothesline to Billy Ray Peterson, but Klaus will be overhead back body drop. And now go for the spine buster, and he hits it. Klaus now slowing the momentum down in this matchup, and oh my goodness, what a chop. I went for that big overhand chop, but Billy Ray Peterson fight back out of it. And Peterson now, but he's got him up here. That's a power driver. Billy Ray Peterson with a screwdriver power driver for the cover to the semifinals. Oh my goodness. Billy Ray Peterson can't believe it, and neither can I. I don't think anyone is kicked out of that power driver. I don't think anyone has kicked out of that power driver. All Billy Ray Peterson needs to do now, though, is stay on top of Klaus, but there's a move by Klaus to fight back here. And now Klaus, oh my God. What a clothesline that was by Klaus. And now wait a minute, Klaus has Billy Ray Peterson up, and he's going to go for the Scorpion. He's going to go for the Scorpion here on Billy Ray Peterson. And now Scorpion there by Klaus, and that is going to be all she wrote, folks. And that's it. An amazing effort. An amazing effort by Billy Ray Peterson, but said Klaus is more than just a damn Terminator. He is the next level here in the Major Payne Wrestling Federation. Again, heartbreak for the Philly crowd. You can feel the arena deflate. They were hoping that he was going to get the victory over Klaus, but this man might win the entire thing, folks. He might win the entire damn tournament. But again, man, what a matchup that was. Amazing two first matches as we see here. Both the Cipher and the Klaus have advanced to the semifinals, but still to come tonight, Ryan Sparxx will meet Systematic Carnage, and Stacy Sweet will meet Ricky Cash in our final two quarterfinal matches of this championship WrestleMania tournament. Like I said, the semifinals will take place at Crossroads. What a night it's been already, folks. And the action's just going to keep getting sweeter here on Annihilation. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, wait, look at who we are with backstage. Ryan Sparxx. And there is a lot that needs to be discussed here with Ryan Sparxx. And Ben Rich saying, this fan reaction is certainly different for you, Ryan. I want to ask you about the WrestleMania tournament, but we have to talk about what you did to Jaime Emo. Emo is not here tonight and not a part of the WrestleMania tournament thanks to your actions. I want to ask you why you did it. But first, let's take a look at the footage from the Royal Rumble. Well, let's see Ryan Sparxx attack Jaime Emo here. We're getting ovation from the crowd. Wait a second! Oh my God! Ryan Sparxx! Ryan Sparxx! Attacking Jaime Emo! And what is the meaning of this? I know they've been at each other's throats. Is this just frustration on Ryan Sparxx's part? Ryan Sparxx attacking Jaime Emo here. And now Ryan Sparxx, wait a second. He just hit Jaime Emo with his finisher. With the emotion in a second time. And Ryan now with 3 emotions to Jaime Emo. Ryan Sparxx just took out Jaime Emo here at the Royal Rumble. Oh my goodness, folks. A rough night for Jaime Emo, the legend. Ryan says, before I answer your question as to why, let me first just speak to the MPWF fans. I'm sorry to all the people I let down at the Royal Rumble. I tried to win it. I try to show everyone who supports me, everyone who follows me, that I am their guy. I'm sorry to the kids who looked up to me and felt that I might have betrayed them by attacking Jaime Emo. Right now, these kids aren't going to understand why I did what I did, but one day they're going to grow up and they're going to deal with people and things that spew negativity towards you, and the only response is to deal with them. A little something I call talk-ish, get hit. Jaime Emo walked into the MPWF with a red carpet thrown at his feet, title match in his debut, main event fanfare while I worked my entire career to become the MPWF World Heavyweight Champion. I put this show on my back, and he has the audacity to question my legacy, to question what I have done. What has the great Jaime Emo done since coming to the MPWF? Did he beat Lethal Mathematics? No. Is he the YouTube champion? No. Did he win the Royal Rumble? Hell no. At the Royal Rumble, I put Jaime Emo in his place. I would have dragged my ass out of the hospital for a chance to wrestle for the MPWF Championship at WrestleMania. Hell, Quam almost made sure I wasn't in the tournament at all. He fined me $75,000 and was going to not even enter me into the tournament, but I begged him. I gave up the next month of merchandise profits for a chance to wrestle for the MPWF title 3 WrestleManias in a row. That's the kind of man I am. That's how much I'll give the challenge for the MPWF title at WrestleMania one more time. I am a man, Ben. I apologize to the fans for ruining their entertainment with Jaime Emo. The fans got me to this position, and I am truly grateful. I'm not sorry at all for what happened to Jaime Emo. Like I said before, talk-ish and get hit. He'll watch his mouth around me from now on. Right now, I have a tournament to win. But Ryan Sparxx, steadfast in what he believes, steadfast in attacking Jaime Emo. And he is right. He does have a tournament to try and win here later tonight, and he needs to focus on it, folks. But here we go. Here comes the brand new MPWF World Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, the Young Ones. And there they are, core wrestling legends, Young Mike and Christian Paul, becoming the MPWF Tag Team Champions of the Royal Rumble, winning the Best of 5 series against the Commonwealth. What a matchup it was, what a Best of 5 series it was, and what a moment it was for the Young Ones to add yet another championship to their resume here in Claw Wrestling. And here they are now, to be with the Philadelphia crowd to celebrate with them as the brand new tag team champions. What an ovation from this crowd, folks. Massive respect for the young ones by this crowd here tonight, folks. And Christian Paul says, we have finally done it. The young ones have become the MPWF World Tag Team Champions. We want to give kudos to the Commonwealth. Those kids brought out a fight in us that we haven't had to tap into for a while. They pushed us, but in the end, we proved why we are one of the best tag teams ever. But we don't want to just sit in our hands until WrestleMania. Young Mike says, we've seen the tag team division grow on MPWF Raw, and we want to do the same on Annihilation. Tag team wrestling is special to us, and we want to make it the best it's ever been. So we want a new challenge, a team that is ready to step up, a team that we have never faced before. Let's take this new division to new heights. And again, that is something I'd like to see as well. A team step up to improve the tag team division here on Annihilation. Again, congratulations to the Commonwealth as well. They've been spectacular. Wait a second. Oh, come on now. Ain't nobody want to see these two. Ain't nobody want to see these two. There are the beautiful angels, Bobby Martin Kyle and Jason Holiday. Oh man. I think the crowd was hoping for anyone else to come out. But of course, they have to rear their ugly heads and annoy the fans as per usual. Who did they speak to? How did they get out here first? There wasn't anybody else that could push their way in front of these two idiots. Well, they had fans. We did a poll, and one of the fans voted for Jason Holiday. So they have fans, folks. You have to reveal who you are at some point. Anonymous Beautiful Angels fans, but here they are confronting the tag team champions. And Jason Holiday says, excuse me, did we just hear that you want new challenges? Did we just hear that you want to improve the tag team division? This sounds like a job for the Beautiful Angels. Gentlemen, no need to look any further. We are here to take those tag team titles from you and rescue this tag team division. Well, that is certainly up for debate. And Bobby Martin Kyle saying, honestly boys, we commend you. KK Kram refuses to give us the future of the MPWF title shots, so we will gladly accept. You can go ahead and use your stroke with KK Kram and get us our MPWF tag team title shot next episode. I mean, these guys keep calling themselves the future of the MPWF. They need to start picking up wins to be considered that, but I digress. Christian Paul saying, we want to face new challenges. We want to improve this division. But what makes you two bozos think you deserve a shot at the tag team titles? Who have you two beaten recently in the MPWF? If I recall, the two of you have had nothing but title shots. Y'all couldn't survive in a tag team title match against the young ones. Well, you tell them, Christian Paul. You tell these idiots. So ain't nobody want these guys to get shot tag team titles. Jason Holiday saying, you doubt us. We are tired of people doubting us. You guys, KK Kram, are all the same. I'll play your little game. How about I face one of the two of you next episode? If I win, which I will, then the Beautiful Angels will get the next shot at the MPWF Tag Team titles. Young Mike saying that I'll face you next episode, Jason. I'll take that lace front wig of yours and stick it straight up you know where. Okay. Okay. So it seems that as long as KK Kram accepts, next episode is going to be Jason Holiday versus Young Mike. And if Jason Holiday wins, the Beautiful Angels will get a shot at the tag team titles. So they're going to have to pick up a victory. And again, that's how it is on Annihilation. You want to fight for something? You want something, you got to earn it. You got to get in the ring and square off for it, folks. And again, You gotta remember to follow us, like and subscribe at MPWF Wrestling on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at 500 subscribers. Help us out. Share the video. Tell your friends. Tell your grandma. Tell your uncles, cousins, sisters, roommate that the MPWF is back. And we are here live on YouTube. And we are on the road to WrestleMania, folks. Apparently, we are now heading towards the void here, folks, with Benson Clement. And Clement says, I have returned for answers. I do not understand what is happening. I did it. I attained power. I was in control, and it feels like I have lost everything, and I don't understand. What have I done wrong? What do I need to do? Oh, there's a mysterious man there, and he says, I told you that you need patience. You rushed away from the void and took over the World Wrestling Future. You moved to the main roster and tried to attain all power too quickly. You made the exact same mistake that I made. Helios, Christ, and Systematic Carnage have made a fool of us all. They have played the game perfectly. Secrecy and cunning, something that we need. Helios Christ defeated the high being and sent him to the darkness to be banished. We thought that Helios Christ had taken over as the King of Darkness. This whole time, Shawn Stevens kept the power when he won at WrestleMania 3. This whole time, Christ and Carnage have been his agents. Have you noticed that your decline started to happen around the time that Shawn tapped into his dark side leading up to the SummerSlam last year? Simon says, I knew it was him I had to face, but that was for revenge. I wanted to leave him till last. But if he is the key, how do I get to him? How do I find the power to stop him? In the shadows, he has already stopped us. The mystery man says, patience. You need to permanently get rid of Helios Christ and Systematic Carnage. Bringing Carnage's son to me was a good start, but we need to take out every ally of Shawn before we attack him. This isn't going to end right away, but we've already waited over 10 years for this. We must train, and then you will return for Christ. Roman says, I will not be able to do this alone. I will prepare the Covenant and Sick Nick, but I must find a way to free you. Together, we will be unstoppable. I will free you, Father. Oh my God, folks. For those of you that don't know, Thanatos is something that we do not want to deal with in the MPWF whatsoever. So, Helios Christ is about Carnage. Y'all need to step your damn game up and figure out what the hell's going on here, because it was a scary place in the MPWF 10 years ago. I'm going to tell you that right now. But you can hear here from this reaction, a mixed reaction at that. The MPWF fans have not forgiven Ryan Sparxx for attacking Jaime Emo at the Royal Rumble. They certainly haven't forgiven Ryan Sparxx for making sure that Jaime Emo has nothing to do with this WrestleMania tournament. Ryan Sparxx with one more opportunity to get to the main event, to get to the world title match at WrestleMania in this tournament, and he has prevented Jaime Emo from doing so. You heard earlier, Ryan Sparxx is extremely apologetic to the MPWF fans. He hates the fact that the fans think worse of him for it. But in his mind, he believes it was the right thing to do. Again, Jaime Emo talked a lot, and Ryan Sparxx punched him in the mouth, and Ryan Sparxx believes that that is the best thing to do. Now again, Ryan Sparxx is going to have to ignore the MPWF fans that are here in Philadelphia and focus, because he has got a very, very dangerous opponent here in this quarterfinal of this WrestleMania tournament. Is that not one of the most intimidating things that you have ever seen, folks? Look at that man. Look at Systematic Carnage. Carnage with the opportunity to become the MPWF champion, to prevent the darkness from taking the championship. But he has to go through Ryan Sparxx. Again, I think any man has to face Systematic Carnage. What is going through your mind when you see this man coming out like this? Systematic Carnage, 6'8", 300 pounds, pure evil and darkness destruction. What a sight, folks. It's core wrestling at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. At its finest. So here we go. Our third matchup in the quarterfinals here tonight for the WrestleMania tournament. So far, the Cipher and Klaus have made it to the semifinals. So yeah, Ryan not going to rush in here with Systematic Carnage. And usually Ryan Sparxx will have the fans on his side. But the fans are going to be cheering Systematic Carnage in this matchup. Again, for the chat, for the people watching on YouTube, do you think that the fans are being too harsh on Ryan Sparxx? Do you agree with Ryan Sparxx? Do you believe that he should have taken out Jaime Emo? Do you believe that Jaime Emo has went too far with his words? You know, there's an old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Well, apparently the words hurt Ryan Sparxx, and he did something about it at the Royal Rumble. But again, to add that kind of insult to injury, 3 emotions, 3 of Jaime Emo's finishing moves Ryan Sparxx hit on him. That sent a message, folks. That was more than just getting back at the man. Imagine injuring someone with their finishing move here. But Ryan is struggling right now as Systematic Carnage is all over Ryan Sparxx. But again, Carnage has been dealing with his own things. Carnage has to deal with the darkness. And now his son that is aligned with Benson Clement. And as we just saw there for the initiated Thanatos, like I said, this darkness stuff has always been wacky, crazy doo-doo stuff in the MPWF, folks. I'll tell you that right now. It's insane. Okay, you know, like a brother like me does not deal with this much horror stuff on the usual basis. Only here in the MPWF. But Ryan knocking down Systematic Carnage. And Ryan trying to get control back in this matchup. And the crowd not giving it to him here as he goes for the cover here on Carnage. And again, do you think the MPWF fans will forgive Ryan Sparxx at some point? Will they forgive Ryan Sparxx if he was to win this tournament and and Shane Carter picked Sean Stevens, and then it ended up being Ryan Sparxx versus Max Payne for the MPWF Championship? Ryan would love that rematch. If Ryan won, would the fans then go, you know what, this all made sense? You know, there's a lot to think about here. Now, clothesline there by Ryan knocking down Systematic Carnage. Ryan Sparxx now head to the top rope, waiting for Systematic Carnage to get to his feet. I know Systematic Carnage would like to get a bit of his own retribution. It's a beautiful drop kick there. Helios Christ got defeated by Max Payne at the Royal Rumble. so Max Payne could continue that darkness trend of facing Systematic Carnage at WrestleMania for the MPWF World Championship. But what about if Shane Carter picks the MPWF title as Ryan goes for a modified figure 4 leg lock there on Systematic Carnage? What if Shane Carter picks the MPWF Championship? Then the winner of this tournament will face CJ Parker for the YouTube title. The hell CJ Parker gonna do against Systematic Carnage? You know, that'd be crazy. And then how would Ryan Sparxx feel if he won this tournament and it was all to go after the YouTube Championship, which again is an extremely prestigious title here in the Major Payne Wrestling Federation, but it's not the richest prize on Annihilation. So there's quite a bit here going on in this situation. As Ryan fights back with that flip flop and fly there on Carnage. And now look at that, Ryan going after the legs here, deciding his game plan to keep Carnage down is to go after the legs to lessen the power of him this way. See that his leg was so big, Ryan Sparxx almost tripped over that leg there. And again, Ryan Sparxx had a phenomenal Royal Rumble. He did not win the Royal Rumble matchup, but Ryan Sparxx had a great showing in the Rumble, was in that matchup perhaps longer than anybody. He even met his brother at one point in that matchup. We saw the return of Tony Sparxx, but Ryan just got caught there with a vicious sidewalk slam by Systematic Carnage as he goes for the cover here on Ryan. 2 and oh. Ryan getting the shoulder up, and Ryan immediately rolls to the outside of the ring, and I would try to keep my distance from that man right there. Systematic Carnage. But Ryan fighting back, kicking Carnage away here. And now Ryan Sparxx, and oh man, sent him to the barricade again. Don't forget, still to come tonight, Shane Carter versus CJ Parker. Unsanctioned matchup, and Justice Fitzgerald inducted himself into the Justice Fitzgerald Hall of Fame, folks. I'm not even lying. That's a thing that's going to happen. We're going to have to wait and see how that unfolds. I mean, Ryan Sparxx on the top rope, but Ryan with a moonsault off the top to the outside of the ring. You saw Ryan, though, not getting the full rotation on it, making sure he saw Systematic Carnage at all times before he landed that move. And Ryan out to hook that big leg of Systematic Carnage to move to the semi-finals. That's just a 1 count there. Like I said, Carnage is a destructive human being. We saw the way he absolutely destroyed Stacy Sweet on episode 7 with those power bombs. That could be the fate of Ryan Sparxx, but Ryan catch him with another elbow. Now Ryan now perhaps going to be looking for that TKO, a knee right to the face, and got him up here. Go for that TKO maneuver on Carnage, and he hits it. TKO there on Carnage. Go for the cover. 2. I don't know if Systematic Carnage gets the shoulder up of Ryan now. I mean, Ryan Sparxx has got a few more moves in his arsenal. He has the Sparxx. Oh, wait a minute. Forget the arsenal. Because we have talked about the fact that Helios Christ and Systematic Carnage have been regaining their powers. And Ryan Sparxx's trip to WrestleMania might be ending here as a jackknife powerbomb. Jackknife, wait a second. There's Systematic Carnage's son again. There's Systematic Carnage's son again. And Carnage now staring at his son. We heard earlier that Systematic Carnage's son has been with Thanatos, which is a scary thought process. And he just absolutely distracted Systematic Carnage there, and now he is walking away. What is going to be going through the mind of Systematic Carnage? We didn't even know he had a son a few episodes ago. And now Ryan Sparxx got back to his feet, and Ryan now with the front face bulldog. And Ryan Sparxx now sending Systematic Carnage to the buckle. And Ryan Sparxx now going to the top rope here for Systematic Carnage. Gonna go for the Frankensteiner, and he hits it there. Very similar to his partner, Lethal Mathematics, with his matchup on MPWF War. The Future Foundation shining strong here on both brands, and there's the Sparxx effect. But Ryan, not gonna take a chance, is gonna go for another one. Ryan now with 2 Sparxx effects there on Systematic Carnage to go for the cover. 2, 3, and Ryan Sparxx goes to the semi-finals. With an assist from Systematic Carnage's son, Ryan Sparxx, withstands this visceral Philly crowd and moves to the semi-finals. Two Sparxx effects there by Mr. Ryan Sparxx, and he has moved forward, ladies and gentlemen. Again, there's still some supporters. You can hear a mixed reaction here for Ryan Sparxx. Again, he's just going to have to stay the course if he wants to get to WrestleMania, folks. Again, Ryan Sparxx has moved forward. So now we have Klaus, Cipher, and Ryan Sparxx. Seeing that the Cipher and Ryan Sparxx will meet in a semi-finals matchup at MPWF Crossroads. But still to come, Stacy Sweet versus Ricky Cash. The winner will meet Klaus in the semi-finals, folks. What a night it's been so far. The quarterfinals have been amazing, ladies and gentlemen. But again, we're going to keep that action rolling here on Annihilation. You see the bracket, you see what's going on. And here we are now with the MPWF World Heavyweight Champion, Max Payne. Payne says once again, Max Payne has brought the entire brand up from the gutter. A one-man show making Annihilation the top brand. 8 people fight for a chance to face me at WrestleMania. It's a beautiful sight. 8 potential victims for me to destroy on the grandest stage of them all, and potentially a night if Shane Carter has the balls to challenge me. Tonight I will compete in an unsanctioned match where anything goes and the MPWF won't be liable. Typical of KK Crowd to not take any accountability for pissing me off. I'm in a bad mood, and this ass whooping for the Avenger has been a long time coming. I've beat his ass twice now, and he keeps coming back for more. I'm going to put him into an early retirement with his boy tendencies. Speaking of boys, don't think I've forgotten about Ricky Cash. I owe you a super special ass whooping. I hope you're keeping score, Cash. Justice Fitzgerald, tendencies, the Avenger, all your friends, all former members of Cash Money Incorporated. Remember, I'll destroy them all. Cash, I pray that you win this tournament. I pray that you win so you can feel one last moment of joy before I crush you at WrestleMania. And before I show the world once again that you ain't nothing but an upper mid-carder with a nice double leg takedown. This is my show, my world, my MPWF. Vicious words there by the champion Max Payne. Wait a minute. Look at this. Look at this. Max Payne in the Royal Rumble winner Shane Carter. Carter says, let me set the record straight with you. I'm not scared of you at all, Max. You may be big, muscular, and strong, but I'm also big, muscular, and strong. Unlike these other people, I'm not going to play tick for tack with you. I'll go below the belt, do whatever it takes to beat you. Do you understand me? I'm not like the others, so you better hope I don't choose you. My God, folks, what a confrontation this is. Could this be the main event of WrestleMania for the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship? Max Payne and Shane Carter. Again, this man right here is counting on it. CJ Parker wants to face the winner of this WrestleMania tournament, and he's got to hope that Shane Carter at Crossroads chooses Max Payne so he can have the winner of this tournament challenge for the YouTube title. But like I said before, no matter how squirmy and how much of a creepy little bastard that CJ Parker looks like right now with that little haircut, he proved that he in fact is one of the best in the world. Again, you cannot ever change that. You can't ever erase that out of history. CJ Parker beat Lethal Mathematics and Jaime Emo in the same night to become the MPWF YouTube champion, and that is his belt right there. But again, this is going to be a hell of a matchup between him and Shane Carter here tonight on Annihilation. He is holding onto that belt very tightly. Parker has been going after that championship for a long time, has won in that belt for a long time, and finally it is in his grasp. And again, could you imagine if Parker beats Shane Carter here tonight, beats the Royal Rumble winner? He may have something to the fact that he should challenge for one of the champions if he's able to beat Shane Carter tonight. But there he is, folks, the legend killer, the Royal Rumble winner, Shane Carter. Again, could this be his new brand, folks? Could this be what we see in the future? Shane Carter on Annihilation. Again, destiny is such a special thing. Shane Carter was the MPWF champion, as he mentioned before, had the Money in the Bank briefcase cashed in on him, and was unable to hold that championship. Is this his destiny to be on Annihilation and to be the MPWF World Heavyweight Champion? Again, Shane Carter has been in a fighting mood, calling out CJ Parker. Like I said, I am very excited for this one, folks. Man, what an ovation for Shane Carter here tonight. So here we go. A matchup between CJ Parker and Shane Carter here tonight. Parker getting right in the face of Shane Carter. Shane Carter ready to fight. Shane Carter's first ever matchup on Annihilation taking place here on episode 8. Still to come, Ricky Cash versus Stacy Sweet in the final quarterfinal matchup, as well as an unsanctioned match at Justice Fitzgerald's Hall of Fame segment, folks. Parker again is not going to outpower Shane Carter. Parker's going to have to use his superior striking and wrestling ability here. CJ Parker again, self-proclaimed best in the world, but has a strong MMA background. Jiu-Jitsu would serve him very well against the raw power of Shane Carter. CJ Parker brings the Swanton Bomb, the death. Oh my gosh, what a punch that was by Shane Carter, sorry. The Burning Hammer and the Anaconda Vice to his arsenal. Shane Carter, though, going tick for tack here with CJ Parker with these strikes. And I think he's already split open CJ Parker. And another right hand hit by Shane Carter, and heavy is Shane Carter with those punches. Shane Carter brings a pile driver and the 05-4 to his arsenal here. And what a big right hand dropping CJ Parker. And Parker has been split open already in this matchup. Carter did not come to play about here tonight. Carter did not come to lose after winning the Royal Rumble. He is here to show the world that it is his destiny, that it is his time here in the Major Payne Wrestling Federation. The hip block takeover there to CJ Parker. And what a clothesline, sending Parker all the way to the floor. I don't think Parker was prepared for Shane Carter here in this situation. I don't think Parker was ready for what Shane Carter brings to the table. And now look at that though, CJ Parker able to reverse and send him set right to the barricade. And again, that's what it's going to take. Getting vicious, being smart, using the arena to your advantage, being underhanded. That's CJ Parker's MO. Again, you talk about what the MPWF title does to somebody. That's what turned CJ Parker away from the MPWF fans. That's what turned CJ Parker into the absolute assassin in the ring that he's become. Is the MPWF World Championship. A kick right to the spine there by CJ Parker. You know CJ Parker is going to be feeling some type of way about the fact that he wasn't entered into this tournament. But again, he could prove that he should have been if he beat Shane Carter here tonight. He's using those strikes just like I said he should as he runs off the ropes. So what a kick there by Parker. And again, imagine Parker beat Lethal, Jaime Emo, and then CJ Parker, and then Shane Carter, I should say, in a reversal there by Shane Carter. And now look at that slam there by Carter, taking down CJ Parker. And Carter now, the legend killer, taking down Parker again with a shoulder tackle, continuing to use that power to his advantage. But now look at this, CJ Parker reversing and going for those leg kicks. And those leg kicks are very devastating. Now look at that, go right down Fujiwara armbar. Beautiful move there, but a rope break. But that's what he's got to do. That's how he's going to stay on top of Shane Carter. Just go after that arm, go after those submissions. And again, I was wrong. I said that Parker wasn't ready for Shane Carter, but he has a game plan, and he is utilizing it here in this matchup. It's Parker now with that collar elbow tie-up, sending Shane Carter into the ropes. And moving out the way. Parker saw it coming, and now look at that here. A clothesline / choke slam, combining those two moves. A little bit of polymerization there by Shane Carter. A beautiful blockbuster out the second rope, taking down CJ Parker, going for the cover here and a kick out. And now kick to the midsection by Shane Carter, and now Shane Carter's going for that move we saw him use at the Royal Rumble, and that is a devastating move there on CJ Parker and a kick out. And again, KK Clown is the general manager that would not be afraid to sit there and change the rules of something he's already done. If a guy like CJ Parker could beat Shane Carter, we could end up having a fatal 4-way match at WrestleMania. KK Clown just wants to give what's best to the MPWF fans. He ain't worried about anything else, but look at that. I said don't go power to power for Shane Carter, and he tried to, and go right back to the strikes again, and that's what you have to do. And now look at this, this spilling into the crowd. I know CJ Parker is going to let this one count out. CJ Parker, I thought was going to let this one count out, but Parker off the top rope for the crossbody, taking down Shane Carter. What a matchup this is already here, folks. Parker, again, will not be denied, will not be put in the background. Parker now getting inside the ring here. That crossbody taking out Shane Carter, but not going to go for the cover off that. What a kick that was. Now go for the cover here off that big time kick by CJ Parker to finish this matchup off, and a kick out there by the Royal Rumble winner. Now I have to question, was Shane Carter ready for CJ Parker? Was he prepared for this? Or was he too overzealous in this? And now look at that shot to the back there of Shane Carter, and another one. And wait, Carter reverses there with that back elbow. And wait, for a clothesline, he does hit it. And another clothesline. And now CJ tried to hit a clothesline of his own, but Parker fires back with a big clothesline there. And now Shane Carter is looking to hit CJ Parker with a big move here. Perhaps the one and only. And he's got him hooked up. And there's the big time one and only with a bit of elevation there by Shane Carter as he goes for the cover of Parker. 2. And CJ Parker gets the shoulder up. And now, perhaps going to go for the 054 to end this matchup here. No, CJ Parker slowly getting towards his feet. And now Shane Carter going to go high risk, and there's a missile drop kick. And that one might enough to tooth out of CJ Parker as Carter goes for the cover. 2. And a kick out there. Shane Carter thought he had that one. That was a beautiful missile drop kick off the top rope to an already bleeding man. But now Parker fighting back. What a back and forth matchup this is, and a Superman forearm there by CJ Parker, and perhaps looking for the burning hammer. And when he's got him up here, and he's going to go for the burning hammer. And grab your pure Hoso book, because there's the burning hammer on Shane Carter. As Parker now hooking the leg here for the victory. 2. And Shane Carter gets the shoulder up, and this one's still going, folks. Now Parker cannot believe it. He believed that should have been it. Believed he had a beat there. And I'll go right back after that arm. CJ Parker going to ignore this crowd. He is focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is getting the victory here tonight. And wait a minute, CJ Parker decided that enough is enough and grabbing a steel chair. Parker saying ain't no consequence in this matchup. I'm gonna win this one here. And then the referee taking the chair away from CJ Parker saying you gotta wrestle this one fairly. Parker is pissed off about it. And now Shane Carter going after CJ Parker here. Realizing that CJ Parker was gonna use a weapon here. Could you imagine if Shane Carter got injured before WrestleMania? What that would mean? And Shane Carter not happy about that at all. And I got him up here on the top rope. And goes for a superplex off the top rope. Big time superplex off the top rope. And go for the cover here on Parker to end this one. 2. And I'll kick out there by CJ Parker. Back and forth matchup this is. Now what's Shane Carter going for here? Oh no, wait, block shot. CJ Parker blocked it. And now Uranagi for the out of card device. Out of card device, CJ Parker now. Spent this entire matchup working on the arm of Shane Carter to finish him off. Great game plan. Carter trying to grab the ropes, but Carter fighting back with everything he's got with a knee to the back of the head. What a match this is, folks. And now block shot, kick to the midsection. And now Shane Carter has CJ Parker up in the pile driver. And a pile driver by the Legend Killer. A pile driver by Shane Carter. And Carter now going to the top rope here. Perhaps go for the 054. And the 054 there by Shane Carter. What an absolutely nuts finishing move that is. And that was all she wrote, folks. The 054 by Shane Carter, and he picks up a win here in his Annihilation debut. A Legend Killer with a victory, showing to the world that he is ready for the World Championship. But again, still the question is, what championship is he going to choose? The World Championship, the CAW World title, or the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship? Now, what a victory, and what a nice sight it is to see Shane Carter on Annihilation. Will this be the move, folks?
Established.
Welcome back to Annihilation, folks, and again, don't forget that you can find those calls on community creations using the hashtag either MPWF, CAW, or the Royal Rumble, and we will have many more community creation packs. I promise you, folks, there's going to be many more superstars, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at MPWF Forever. But folks, coming up next is going to be Justice Fitzgerald's Hall of Fame segment. Oh man, and look at that, they've already decorated the ring. And there's the mothership, and I don't know if I'm ready for this, folks. Caswell saying the time has finally come to acknowledge the greatest wrestler of our generation, I know that you've had to sit through the mediocrity for the entire night until being blessed by our mother. No wrestler could go through what she did at the Royal Rumble, and now she will induct herself into the first ever Justice Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the MPWF Undisputed Women's World Champion, our mother, the Justice Fitzgerald. I mean, she certainly has earned the right to have a celebration, but this is going to be too far, folks. This is going to be too far. But again, it's hard to say no to Justice Fitzgerald. She had to defend her women's championship in the Royal Rumble matchup, and she did it. She outlasted 19 other wrestlers, and still the undisputed women's champion is the mother, Justice Fitzgerald. So again, as much as we are cringing at the situation here, it is hard to deny Justice Fitzgerald. She did it. She achieved her goal. She left the Royal Rumble as the women's champion. And again, we've got to find out what is next. You know, the Royal Rumble is done. WrestleMania is coming up. Who is going to challenge Justice Fitzgerald at the Royal Rumble? Sorry, at WrestleMania, folks. But again, Philly is showering Justice Fitzgerald in boos here tonight. Women's champion, here to induct herself into her own Hall of Fame. This takes arrogance to a whole nother level, folks. To a whole nother level. And we're about to be blessed. Our ears are about to be blessed by Justice Fitzgerald. Justice says it's amazing that none of you will ever wake up and realize what it means to live greatness every day, what it means to be Justice Fitzgerald. Only I can achieve the level I have. I walked into the Royal Rumble, the ultimate underdog, the rebel without a cause, and I fought and scratched and clawed my way till I found victory. I am the #1 wrestler in the MPWF, and the Royal Rumble proved it. None is better than me. That's why I'm not waiting for the MPWF to induct me into the Hall of Fame. I'm inducting myself in my own Hall of Fame tonight. I am history in the making, so play the Hall of Fame music so I can take my rightful place atop the mountain. Oh, wait a minute here. What is this? What is this? You play the Hall of Fame music right now? This is outrageous. This is outrageous here. The crowd's booing. You can't even hear the music. Wait. Somebody just turn the volume up here, folks, and look at how ridiculous this is. A congrats Justice sign. They just turned the music up in the building here, folks. Justice inducting herself into the Justice Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is one person in it. Crazy. Crazy. Now Justice saying thank you for your support. I always would have done it without you, but right now I need someone else to come out here and help induct me, and that is Meredith Grey. She is the one that put me in this match at the Royal Rumble, and her plan backfired ultimately. So Meredith, come out here. Now I don't know if this is safe for Meredith Grey to come out here with Justice Fitzgerald right now. I feel like there's some extra shenanigans that's in the process of going on here, folks. I don't know if I was Meredith Grey, I wouldn't come out here and trust Justice Fitzgerald. And this crowd ain't doing a work. This crowd still can't believe that she played the Hall of Fame song and turned the volume up when the crowd was booing her. But Meredith Grey coming out here to confront Justice Fitzgerald. And Justice says, Meredith, you made a mistake putting me in the Royal Rumble match. But lucky for you, I'm actually going to let that slide this one time because it was a rookie mistake on your part. Everyone wants to build a name off the Justice, and you just thought this would be your way to do it. The arrogance is amazing. She says, you learned a valuable lesson, and that is to not mess with me. the Justice is a teacher, and she's giving you a valuable knowledge. To make up for it, you can kiss my new Justice Hall of Fame ring and announce that I will be in the main event of WrestleMania against Brooklyn Von Braun. Wait, what? Ain't nobody want to see that as the main event of WrestleMania? Brooklyn Von Braun versus Justice Fitzgerald? The hell is that? I mean, what is Meredith Grey gonna do while she's standing in the ring with these three women? And she says, Justice, I'm going to congratulate you on winning the Royal Rumble. That was impressive. But I'm not going to kiss your imaginary ring. You are the first person I've met that's made me understand why my brother gets involved with dealing with the talent, because you are insufferable. You are the MPWF Women's Champion, and that means you need to be wrestling, not talking. There you go, Meredith. Next episode of Annihilation is going to be a big one with the finals of the WrestleMania tournament, but I'm going to make it even bigger. Annihilation has never had a gauntlet match, and I'm going to step in for KK Kwam here and say that they should. We need to crown the #1 contender for your MPWF Women's Championship. The winner of the gauntlet match I will allow to choose when they face you. It could either be on Annihilation episode 10, or it could be at WrestleMania. You are one of the very best, and I think you should continue to prove that as a fighting champ. And if you want to face Brooklyn Von Braun, hopefully she wins the gauntlet next episode. Well, that's exactly how it should be. And I'm excited for that, a gauntlet match next episode to crown the #1 contender for the Undisputed Women's Championship. Just to say, you've tested my patience long enough. You are lucky to even have this job, and once Mason Gray comes back, you'll be kicked to the curb. I am invincible, and I'm going to punish you for defying the Justice, and nothing is going to happen to me. You'll never get rid of your biggest draw. Well, Justice again, patting herself on her back one more time here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, that's the music of Serenity, ladies and gentlemen. Meredith Grey getting outside the ring, that is smart, to get away from Justice Fitzgerald and the mothership. And there's Serenity. Has Serenity come along? Serenity has a steel chair. Has Serenity taken out Cat Smalls? Has Serenity now taken out Brooklyn Von Braun? And now Serenity gonna go after Justice Fitzgerald. But wait a minute, Cat Smalls coming back here. And oh, with a kick there. And Cat Smalls now with the pop rocks on Serenity. And the numbers game may be too much here in this situation. And now Brooklyn Von Braun grabbing Serenity here. And now look at this, Brooklyn Von Braun is dragging Serenity. And I've got her in front of Justice Fitzgerald. And now this is ridiculous. Look at this sight here. Justice Fitzgerald standing over Serenity. And she's saying, Serenity, you disappoint me. I gave you everything and you turned your back on me. I loved you and you turned your back on me. You forced me to hurt you at New Year's Revolution. Regardless of what these people say, I didn't want to do it. But you forced my hand. I have to be the undisputed champion. I am the right woman for the job. I am still your friend. I love you so much that I'm willing to bring you back with us, to put this behind us. Help me keep this championship. Help me defeat the rest of this roster. We can still be a team, and I promise you we'll be great together. No more being alone. No more wondering what's next. Let me love you again. Well, this is some 100% Roman Reigns level gaslighting by Justice Fitzgerald, if I do say so myself. But look at the position that Serenity is in. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait, that's Faye Bartlett. And Faye Bartlett taking out Cat Smalls. And now Serenity fighting back on Brooklyn Von Braun. Wait a second here. And now, look at the slam there by Serenity. And Justice Fitzgerald getting outside the ring. And now look at this here. Faye Bartlett and Serenity looking at each other. Faye Bartlett returned at the Royal Rumble. And now staring down with the women's champion, Justice Fitzgerald. What is this all about? And Justice saying, Serenity, think about what I said. Wait a minute here, folks. Faye Bartlett and Serenity here confronting Justice Fitzgerald. And why is Faye Bartlett out here right now? Is this just Faye Bartlett letting Justice Fitzgerald know that she wants the women's championship? Again, we have ourselves a gauntlet match. On the next episode, the winner will challenge Justice Fitzgerald, and they will choose whether they have a shot for the title on episode 10 of Annihilation or at WrestleMania. And now look at this backstage. Ingrid and Helga. Helga, who returned at the Royal Rumble. And Helga saying Justice is a nasty piece of work, isn't she? Someone needs to deal with her and pronto. And you know I agree with that. Someone needs to get rid of Justice Fitzgerald. Ingrid saying I want it to be me, but she keeps slipping through my grasp, or I can't get her alone. And not to mention Angelina Peace. I'm sick and tired of her meddling in my affairs. She keeps trying to be the one to beat Justice, but is incapable and constantly gets in my way, preventing me from doing it. Helga says, I don't remember teaching you to complain, did I? Destroy them all. If Angelina Peace is an obstacle in your way, destroy her. If the mothership is a problem, destroy them. If you want Justice Fitzgerald's tyrannical reign to end, isolate her and destroy her. Understood? And Ingrid says, understood. I mean, that's one hell of a mentor in Helga. And could be very bad for the women's roster of the MPWF if Ingrid and Helga were to pair together. But it's time for a little bit of sweetness, folks. Here comes Stacy Sweet, the man himself, making his way to the ring with a massive opportunity being a part of this WrestleMania tournament. Stacy Sweet won by countout against Systematic Carnage, but picked up the biggest win of his career last episode, suffered 2 powerbombs for it, but has a big time chance here and is facing the returning Ricky Cash. Like I said, this man has turned his career around. On MPWF War, this man was almost at the brink of being gone from the MPWF to bring in the sweetness shenanigans, bring a little bit of HG Sweet to the Annihilation brand, and has got himself in this massive position. And again, Philadelphia, they're not too happy about seeing Stacy Sweet, even as I put Stacy Sweet over. But like I said, could you imagine? This would be it. If Stacy Sweet beat Ricky Cash, he'd become my full-on favorite to winning this WrestleMania tournament. Wait a second, Stacy Sweet gonna grab a microphone here. I wasn't expecting this. Stacy Sweet saying, before we start this match, I need to get a few things off my chest. Usually I'm bringing the HG Sweet, the sensational Psalms, the amazing out-of-bar physique, and that sweetness to Annihilation. But tonight it's time to get serious. I have a chance to wrestle for the MPWF World Championship at WrestleMania. I know what you're thinking. There is no way that Stacy Sweet beats Ricky Cash tonight. Well, a year ago, I was left for dead doing nothing on MPWF War under Mason Gray's thumb. I thought I was going to be released, but I came here to Annihilation, and I've made a name for myself. I have brought that sweetness to this show. People expected me to fail, and then I overcame it. And I'm going to prove tonight why I am the anabolic anomaly. And I'm going to bankrupt Ricky Cash and send him packing from the MPWF once again. He'll go from riding the luxury cars to riding the bus, just like all of you loser bus people. Man, he just called these people bus people? Did he just call people that ride the bus people? I don't think the MPWF fans are going to take that, but hang on a second. Ben Rich is with Ricky Cash. And Ben says, Ricky, you heard Stacy's comments. By choosing to have your first match back in the MPWF in over 10 years in the WrestleMania tournament, you've put a huge target on your back. Already Max Payne has vowed revenge, and the entire roster will be looking to make an example out of you. Are you ready? Ricky Cash says, Ben, it's simple. I have all the cash money in the world. I'm Oprah Winfrey rich. For Stacy Sweet, is it? You couldn't afford the bus I ride, but me competing in this tournament is all about the richest prize in core wrestling. Something money can't buy. The MPWF World Championship. I can't just walk in here and demand that title or buy that prize. To retain the MPWF Championship, you have to earn that prize. If I can't beat the best in Annihilation, then I'm not ready for the MPWF World title. and I'm not ready for Max Payne. So I'm ready for the sweetness tonight, and I'm ready for the rest of Annihilation roster. They're going to find out why they call me Cash Money. Ricky Cash is ready, folks. And here he comes, ready to make his way to the ring. And oh wait, look at this. Look at this. This is a match that down the line I would love to see, folks. Ricky Cash versus the Cipher. But right now Ricky Cash has to get past Stacy Sweet. You can feel the anticipation here. Over 10 years in the making. Money falling from the sky. Ricky Cash is back in the Major Payne Wrestling Federation. Ricky Cash has left the MPWF and has gone all over the world. Became a coach. Successfully brought men to the Olympics. Made them champions. Ricky Cash went back to fight Japan Pro Wrestling. He won the tournament, the G1, and then became the FJCW Heavyweight Champion of the world at their biggest show. And now Ricky Cash is here once again in the MPWF for one goal, one purpose. The richest prize in the entire industry, the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship. And you heard what he said in that interview. Ricky Cash isn't just here to show up and win a belt. Ricky Cash is here to prove that he is the best in the world, the best pure wrestler in the world. And to do that, he has to compete in this tournament. He has to win it. He has to beat the very best of Annihilation. And then when he becomes MPWF champion, he will finally have achieved his goal here in the Major Payne Wrestling Federation. It is a spectacular story. We go back all the way to the time when Ricky Cash got ran over by Yoshino. And Apollo, I should say. I was confused. There was another situation. Yoshino ran over KK Crown way back in the day first. But I'm talking about the fact that Ricky Cash got run over by Apollo. Had that severe neck injury. Very similar to Angel Ortiz, who was out. Ricky Cash then returned. Was successful in his return. But did not win the big one. Did not win the MPWF Heavyweight Championship. And that is what he's back for. And again, what's going through the mind of Stacy Sweet. We saw that Stacy Sweet actually got serious here tonight. That's how big this opportunity is. That's how big this matchup is. And again, for Stacy Sweet to be entrusted to face Ricky Cash here tonight is a very big deal. And the question is, can he step up and rise to the occasion? A snap suplex there by Ricky Cash. Cash again saying that he don't want the fanfare of, getting the special video package, getting the special promotion for a one match against a big superstar. He wants to fight everyone. He wants to prove that he is the best in core wrestling. And like I said, the field is going to be tough. We've already seen that the winner of this matchup is going to meet Klaus, which is not going to be easy. The other semifinal at Crossroads will be the Cipher versus Ryan Sparxx. Then what a right hand there by Ricky Cash, taking down Stacy Sweet. Cash now whipping Stacy Sweet into the ropes. Ricky Cash now got him. He's going to pop those Olympic hips there. With an overhead belly-to-belly suplex, dropping Stacy right on his head. And a clothesline sending him to the floor. And Stacy Sweet is getting introduced to a little bit of cash money here in the MPWF. And now look at this, Stacy Sweet getting frustrated. Checking for a weapon, and that would not be smart. You need to pay attention to the rules. And Ricky Cash now punch to the face there on Stacy Sweet. Ricky Cash is all over Mr. Sweet right now in this matchup. There's a backdrop right there on the apron. Philadelphia giving an amazing ovation to Ricky Cash. And what a moment it was at the Royal Rumble where Ricky Cash came out and saved KK Kwan from Max Payne. MetLife Stadium went ballistic, folks. They went insane for the Cash Money Millionaire. As Ricky Cash gets back inside the ring, Cash Money, Ricky Cash saying he's Oprah Winfrey rich. He ain't worried about that. It's about the championship. Like I said, that's what Stacy Sweet is fighting back for here. Look at that chop there and a big clothesline there by Stacy Sweet. We talked about it in his entrance, and Stacy Sweet talked about it himself in the interview. He was doing nothing on MPWF War. He was losing constantly, was the naturals, He was getting bullied by Mason Gray, and he has come here on Annihilation. He has made a name for himself. The fans do talk about Stacy Sweet. They do mention his name. Again, no matter how crazy his antics and shenanigans are, he's on the tip of everyone's tongues on this brand. But Cash fires back with a clothesline here. But again, even getting to the semi-finals for Stacy Sweet would be incredible. And he's got that power advantage over Ricky Cash here. And wait a minute, look at this. Going right back to that surgically repaired neck of Ricky Cash. Smart move there by Stacy Sweet. It's always a bone for contention. You always have to wonder how much Ricky Cash has left in him. There's a slam there by Stacy Sweet. Something that Stacy is going to exploit in this matchup. And whoever the opponent in the future Ricky Cash is going to be, I should say, sorry. So he goes for that cover up, the powerbomb, I said, right onto that neck. Very smart game plan. Like I said, a repaired neck surgically is only good, has an expiration date. It only lasts for so long as there's a slam there by Ricky Cash. I mean, it's like everybody's bump card. There's only so many bumps you can take in the ring. At some point, the bump card runs out, and that's the end of the day for you. Ricky Cash, even though he's back here, does not know when his bump card is going to end. As Stacy Sweet firing these shots back here at Ricky Cash. Sweet now. Got Ricky Cash here again. And lifting it up using that power one more time. And he's going to go for an elevated neck breaker. And again, Stacy Sweet right to the neck there of Ricky Cash. Showing out here in this matchup. Go for the cover and a kick out there by Mr. Cash Money. And again, how bad would it be for Ricky Cash to come back to the MPWF and lose here in the quarterfinals? Would not be a good start to Ricky Cash here on this brand. But Cash blocks that shot, and there's a right hand there by Ricky Cash. And a right hand again. And now Ricky Cash going for the Kikita clutch here. The sleeper hold maneuver on Stacy Sweet. Now Ricky Cash is a mastermind of submissions. He knows how to utilize them, but Stacy Sweet going to use that power of his and that size advantage. And Stacy Sweet now on the second rope here, waiting for Ricky Cash to get to his feet. And Stacy Sweet now with a double axe handle, knocking down Ricky Cash. And look at the confidence of Mr. Sweetness himself. No, wait, no. Getting caught there by Ricky Cash. And Cash now fired back with a clothesline and another one. And Ricky Cash got him up here. And a big time slam there by Mr. Cash. Now Ricky Cash now looking for a big move here on Stacy Sweet. And while Ricky Cash has got him up here. Oh my goodness, look at that suplex. Look at that suplex by Ricky Cash. And Stacy Sweet just gets the shoulder up here. And now wait a minute, Ricky Cash now going to the top rope. Ricky Cash going to the top rope. And he's waiting for Stacy to get to his feet. And Ricky Cash up the top, and there's a beautiful missile drop kick. And now Ricky Cash could be looking for Cash Money here on Stacy Sweet. Kick to the midsection, hook in the arms, Cash Money by Ricky Cash. Just like that, Ricky Cash with the cover, and Ricky Cash to the semifinals. Ricky Cash showing the fans that age is just a number. He has one goal in mind, and that is the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship and this WrestleMania tournament. Stacy Sweet had a game plan, went after the neck, was amazing with it. But Ricky Cash showing that he is game ready. He is ready here tonight, folks. And again, a massive ovation for Ricky Cash returning to the MPWF. An impressive showing. He's in tremendous shape. Again, with an opportunity to go to WrestleMania, Ricky Cash is going to take it, folks. Like I said, Annihilation just got Cash Money. But folks, what a night it's been. We're going to take a look here at the matches that will be taking place at Crossroads, our special event that will be taking place after Underground. And therein, Ricky Cash versus Klaus in the first semifinals match. It's going to be insane, folks. That's going to be a battle. As well as for the first time ever, the Cipher versus Ryan Sparxx in the semifinals as well. The two winners of these matches will meet each other on episode 9 in the finals of the WrestleMania tournament. As well as from the Raw brand, Morgan Stone will finally get her opportunity to challenge Lady Izanami for the CAW Women's World Championship And this matchup here, brother versus brother, Lethal Mathematics versus Sean Stevens for the CAW World Heavyweight Championship, the final CAW World Title match before WrestleMania. And last but not least, the Royal Rumble winner Shane Carter will choose which championship he'll challenge for. Will it be the CAW World Title of War or the MPWF Heavyweight Championship on Annihilation? But right now we're backstage with Ben Rich and the Avenger. Ben says, Avenger, we are just mere moments away from your unsanctioned match with Max Payne. Anything goes in this match and the MPWF won't be liable. Are you sure you're ready for this? And why are you so hell-bent on facing Max Payne? You've been fined, you lost the opportunity to be in the Royal Rumble match. Why do you want to fight Max Payne so badly? The Avenger says, to begin with, Ben, the main reason was tendencies. Everyone knows my history with the Black Sun, my history with tendencies. When I lost it all, he was there to pick up the pieces. The only reason I brought Karma into the MPWF with me instead of tendencies was how well the Black Sun was doing in FJCW. I couldn't take him away from that. All we've ever wanted was to be the MPWF champion. Max Payne stole that from tendencies when they were supposed to be working together. Max Payne has no honor, he has no loyalty. As I've learned that whether you're good or bad, you have to have a creed or a code that you follow. And a man without a code is a true devil. I can't stand for that. But this became more than just about tendencies. No one wants to come to this realization. But Ben, I'm not going to become the MPWF World Champion. That hurts my soul. I got into wrestling with one goal in mind, and let's face it, I'm not going to achieve it. I'm starting to be an old man now in wrestling, and the younger talent here is better than I've ever seen it. A very truthful statement there by the Avenger. Takes a lot of guts to admit to that. Max Payne being the one to lead this new youth movement. Tonight may be the last match in the MPWF for me. The young lion may finally put this old lion to bed. Max isn't looking to win a wrestling match. He's looking to end a career. Tennessee still has time. I'm ready for the end, and if it's tonight, I'm bringing the pain to Max Payne. Well, the Avenger is straight up said that this might be his final matchup here against Max Payne. And might not be by choice. Max Payne might make it so. But he's going to bring the pain to Max Payne here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. True MPWF style. Like I said, it takes a lot of guts to admit what the Avenger just admitted there, folks. And there he is, getting ready for this unsanctioned match. Again, the MPWF is not liable. Anything goes. That's the reason this matchup is taking place last year tonight. The card was over. Our main event was Ricky Cash and Stacy Sweet. This matchup is essentially a dark match, folks. The MPWF is just basically providing the building that these two men can beat the living hell out of each other. And the Avenger fighting for tendencies, fighting for a creed and a code that he says that Max Payne doesn't have. He says Max Payne has no honor, no loyalty. And if this is his last match, with his last effort, he ain't going out without swinging. He's coming full force at Max Payne. It's going to be a lot easier said than done to bring the pain to this man here. 6'8", almost 400 pounds. The current reigning and defending MPWF World Heavyweight Champion. The only man in the MPWF with the MPWF World Champion and CAW World Champion in the same year. Max Payne is devastating, folks. The final United States champion in MPWF history. Only two men in history have held both the CAW World Championship and the MPWF World Title, and that is Max Payne and Sean Stevens. Max Payne has beaten Sean Stevens at WrestleMania. Max Payne beat Helios Christ at the Royal Rumble. Max Payne has beaten Chris Champ. He has beaten a who's who in the Major Payne Wrestling Federation. That's why he is heading into WrestleMania with the big boy strap, with the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship. Shane Carter has to decide who he wants to face. We saw the confrontation earlier between Max Payne and Shane Carter. And again, Shane Carter saying he's not scared by Max Payne, but you have to be a little bit. You have to be a little bit scared. Even the Avenger is nervous going into this fight with that man. Look at that man. The world revolves around the champ, and he's the boy with the strap. But this one isn't about championships, folks. There's no belt on the line. We heard earlier the Avenger was fined. Max Payne wanted more justice, and well, KK Krom's giving it to him. Take the Avenger out. Max Payne said earlier these two men have met each other twice. A couple episodes back on Annihilation, Max Payne defeated the Avenger, as well as the WrestleMania tournament last year in the semi-finals. Max Payne defeated the Avenger as well, folks. So Max Payne has gone 2 falls up on the Avenger in this situation, but the Avenger is not going to go out without swinging here on Max Payne, as I said earlier, and he's bringing the fight to him already here in this main event matchup. And look at these rights and lefts here by the Avenger. And now he's got Max Payne up, and look at that there. Dropping it right to his gut. Max Payne picking the Avenger, the Avenger picking Max Payne back up, as I should say. It's been an incredible night here on MPWF Annihilation, episode 8. We have MPWF Crossroads coming up here. And now wait a second here. The Avenger already undoing the announce table. Like I said, anything goes. The only way to win this matchup is by pinfall submission inside the ring. And now, what a headbutt there by Max Payne. So this is not a wrestling match. This is a fight between these two men. And now look at that there. Big time gut bustering outside the ring. And Max Payne in firm control right now. Oh, look at that, the Avenger able to move out the way here, and the Avenger firing back with these strikes and another knee, and this one dropped Max Payne, and the Avenger now with the steel chair here. Not even going to mess about with fists here, going to go straight to the weapons. And now, oh my goodness, cracking Max Payne right in the skull with a chair, and the Avenger throws it right on top of him. And now the Avenger going after Max Payne again here. And oh my goodness, got him right on the table. Wow, the Avenger could be looking to put him through the table right in the early going in this matchup. The Avenger could be going for the kill right in the early going in this matchup. The Avenger has Max Payne up here and a powerbomb through the table. The Avenger did not come to play any games here tonight. Running Max Payne through a table, and you see the Avenger rushing to go for a cover, which is crazy because you think you would go for a cover after just powerbomb the man through a table, but the Avenger knows that I ain't gonna finish Max Payne here tonight. But now he's doing a little bit of interior decorating. The world's greatest Home Depot advertisement here by the Avenger with those trash cans inside the ring. And now look at that, Max Payne though fights back here. And now, oh my goodness, throwing it right into the barricade. And now, look at this, throwing it right over the top goes the Avenger. And now they're going to fight in front of the crowd here. They're going to fight in front of the crowd here. Like I said, Philadelphia is getting a Philly street fight, a hardcore rules matchup. With 2,300 arenas around here somewhere, folks. You think about all the great hardcore matches we've seen in Philadelphia, all the great fights we've seen in Philadelphia. We got another one right here tonight between these two men. Now I got a shot here by the Avenger. Max Payne catching that arm, and there's a headbutt. And now throwing the Avenger right into that production box. And what on earth is Max Payne doing here? What an arm. What a forearm to the face. And now kick to the midsection goes Max Payne. And Max Payne has the Avenger up here. And hang on a second. Going for a powerbomb. And oh my goodness. A powerbomb on the production box. And that was not a pretty sight for the Avenger. And now the Avenger used those weapons liberally here on Max Payne. But again, it is not fair when it happens the other way, when Max Payne starts swinging with that weapon, starts swinging with that chair, and now he's punishing the Avenger. Well, like we said, Max Payne ain't interested in winning this matchup and getting a quick, easy pinfall. He wants to end the career of the Avenger, send a message. You heard about the hidden message he wants to send to Ricky Cash. Every man in this match is either a friend or a former member of Cash Money Incorporated. Max Payne has taken out Tyrone Fitzgerald. He's taken out Tendencies, who, you know, for those that weren't aware, and those of you that were aware, Tendencies and Ricky Cash were very good friends in the back, even on screen in the MPWF. And then we know that the Avenger was a part of Cash Money Incorporated with Ricky Cash. So the history is here, and Max Payne is taking them men out. And Max Payne's got a stop sign here. And this could be bad for the Avenger. No, the Avenger blocks it. The Avenger blocks it, and he hits Max Payne in the head with a stop sign. And now throws it right on top of Max Payne. And the Avenger now throwing Max Payne into the ropes. And it's got him up, and look at the power of the Avenger. And now the Avenger not going for a cover, firing these right hands on Max Payne. Max Payne in trouble right now as the Avenger throwing Max Payne into the turnbuckle. And now he's turning Max Payne around, and this could be bad here for Max Payne. This could be a bad situation for Max Payne as he goes head first off the top turnbuckle. And the Avenger getting a little bit of control finally in this matchup. And he could be looking for the bicycle kick. The Avenger has won championships. He's pinned a who's who in the MPWF with it, and he hit Max Payne with the bicycle kick. And the Avenger for the cover on the MPWF World Champion here in this match too. And Max Payne gets the shoulder up. And now the Avenger with a trash can. Look at that. Max Payne able to move out the way here. Now Max Payne with a bicycle kick of his own. But the Avenger shakes it off. But Max Payne grabs it by the throat. And that was the Insecurity. And now Max Payne with a trash can here. Oh my goodness. Max Payne now in control. And now look at that, just throwing the trash can at him. Again, just the way Max Payne described the men in the WrestleMania tournament. 8 victims, folks. 8 victims. Could be 9 if Shane Carter chooses to face him at WrestleMania. And you know Shane Carter's watching this. And again, is this going to factor into his decision, seeing how impressive Max Payne is? Now, oh my goodness. Max Payne decided this is going to be it. Going to cover the Avenger. I'm quite surprised by that. I thought Max Payne would have wanted to punish the Avenger a bit more than what he's doing, but again, I digress. Max Payne is, he's doing whatever he wants. Again, who's going to come out there and tell him no? Oh man. And oh my goodness, look at this. This is going to be hard to watch at times in this matchup, folks. Once Max Payne starts rolling and Max Payne starts punishing the Avenger, this is going to get hard to watch. Now look at that kick to the back. And there's that raw power of Max Payne again, the MPWF champion, with the slam there to the Avenger. This crowd might not like it. They might not be happy about it, but Max Payne is the man for a reason. You know, I mean, we haven't seen Mason Gray obviously in a while, but what Mason Gray has turned Max Payne into is astounding, folks. Like, you just think about the history of Max Payne. I never thought that we would get to this point at a time when he was under the tutelage of Dr. Ice. I thought we were in for a good version of Max Payne, but Mason Gray has turned this man to an absolute monster, and oh man, the Avenger is bleeding. He is being absolutely destroyed right now, and like I said, the career may be ending, and the Avenger wanted to go out on his own terms, but not if Max Payne has anything to say about it. So Max Payne himself from Brownsville, New York, folks. If you know anything about Brownsville, you know how rough that area is. You can see how that built and created the man that Max Payne has become. The real Max Payne. He now throws the steps in the ring here. The Avenger trying to shake the cobwebs here. And look at another shot here. Max Payne there with a clothesline. This is difficult to watch, folks. Max Payne in absolute firm control here. And oh, the Avenger fights back though. 2 boots to the face. And now the Avenger taking down Max Payne, not even real strikes, just anything he could do to knock Max Payne down, and there's the slam. Come on, Avenger. Don't end your career here tonight, as he now goes for the backbreakers, and he's going to go for a trifecta. There's the secondary one, and here comes the third one, the hat trick by the Avenger. You see the Avenger taking a deep breath there, and that's what he has to do. Focus on yourself, focus on your recovery, and focus on staying on top of Max Payne. And oh my goodness. And now look at that, throwing the steps right on the face there of Max Payne. And I think the Avenger just split Max Payne open with their steel steps, but Max Payne gets the shoulder up. So Max Payne certainly ain't afraid of no blood. Neither is the Avenger. And now look at that clothesline sending Max Payne all the way to the floor. The Avenger trying to throw the trash can over the ropes. But it might be difficult. He might be, again, he's taking a lot of damage here in this fight with him and Max Payne. And now the Avenger throwing Max Payne away from him. And I'm trying to get back in control. And wait a minute, I was going to say, you don't want Max Payne away from you. Once you have him trapped, you want to stay on top of him, and there's a body slam on the apron. And now Max Payne back with that trash can. Oh my goodness. Well, CTE just entered the chat, folks. Max Payne now with the steel chair. Like I said, Max Payne doesn't even look like he's been sweating in this match, folks. Which is crazy to think about. And I went for the kick, the Avenger able to move out the way, and now the Avenger with a big uppercut onto Max Payne. And now the Avenger with that trash can, gonna wait for Max Payne to get to his feet. Gonna pay back double what happened to him, and he does! Big time shot to the head with that trash can. And now Max Payne still getting to his feet, and there's a boot right to the face. And Max Payne still getting to his feet, and another drop kick. And Max Payne will not stay down here. And oh, wait a minute here. The Avenger just lighting that table on fire. Max Payne powerbomb tendencies through the flaming table. And this might be the retribution that the Avenger is looking for. If he could put Max Payne through that table, he would certainly get payback for his best friend tendencies. Because again, don't forget that is one of the reasons the Avenger wants this fight is for tendencies. And now, wait a minute here. Oh my God, a shot to the skull there with the chair. Look at the smoke billowing from that table. That is not a good thing, folks. And again, we have to get the fire marshals, the fire department in here to stop this. Oh my goodness. Then come on, Avenger. Avenger crawling to the ropes. And the Avenger might be outmatched here. He might be outmatched by Max Payne here. Now you have to tell me, what is it going to take? What do you have to do to beat Max Payne in the state he's in? And that's the Spirit Bomb, and that's it. Max Payne's finishing maneuver, the Spirit Bomb. And wait, Max Payne ain't done here. Max Payne is not done here. The Avenger is out. And Max Payne grabbing another steel chair. He wants a career, folks. He wants a career, and he's going to take it. He's going to take it. How much more of this can the Avenger take? Oh my goodness. This crowd here may be booing Max Payne, but it doesn't matter. Max Payne is decimating the Avenger right now. The Avenger again crawling, trying to help himself up. This is difficult to see, folks. And now look at this here, just German suplex. The Avenger right on the back of his head. Max Payne in firm control. He needs to end this. Got that stop sign again. And look at the Avenger trying to get to his feet still, but he shouldn't. There's another shot here. And like I said, the MPWF isn't liable. We can't send anybody out here to stop this. KK Crime can't get involved. This matchup only ends when Max Payne decides that it ends. And now there's a tour of the islands to the Avenger. And now he is literally just manhandling the Avenger right now. And I never thought we'd ever see this, where the Avenger is just being completely manhandled. But Max Payne, the MPWF World Champion, is the one to do it. And now, oh my goodness. Oh, I know what might be coming on here. I know what might be coming on here. Not as well to the Avenger, not as well to the Avenger. And oh my goodness. Max Payne is a damn arsonist, folks. He loves putting people through those flaming tables, and he just took the Avenger and powerbombed him over the top rope through the flaming table. Once again, think of the strength and power of Max Payne to pick a level 300-pound man and put him through the flaming table over the top rope like that, but Max Payne did it. And now look at this, he's just throwing him on the steel steps. The referee is pleading with Max Payne to end this, but Max Payne will not see it until the Avenger stops breathing. Oh my goodness, another shot there with the steps. We need to end this. This needs to be over and done with. The Avenger hasn't hit a move in about 3 minutes, folks. Max Payne now slowly measuring the Avenger, and the Avenger trying to get to his feet, and there, it's going to be the second Spirit Bomb, And now, look at this, picking the Avenger up. The Avenger can barely even stand himself, and there's a third Spirit Bomb right there on the chairs. 3 Spirit Bombs by Max Payne, and it's mercifully over. It is mercifully over. What do you even say to that, folks? That was not a special back and forth 5-star matchup. That was a decimation. That was aggravated assault by Max Payne in a wrestling ring here tonight. Max Payne may have just ended the career of the Avenger here tonight on Annihilation. He is so dangerous right now. And who can stop him? Who can stop Max Payne when he's like this, in this mode? Again, even in the WrestleMania tournament, who can stand up to Max Payne? And oh, wait a minute. Max Payne is now looking at the Avenger to finish him off. Oh, Tendencies! Tendencies is back! And Tendencies is back, and Max Payne leaves the ring. And Tendencies with a weapon in his hand. We haven't seen Tendencies in weeks. And Tendencies is back, and the Avenger has been saved by his best friend. And oh my goodness, look at that. Tendencies with a barbed wire baseball bat. And as he says, yeah, look at me, you big dumb son of a you-know-what. You couldn't kill me, and I'm not letting you finish off the Avenger. I'm not afraid of you, and I can see fear in your eyes. Max Payne wanted no part of that barbed wire baseball bat. Max Payne had a distance away from that bat. Tennessee says we're all going to get a chance to get what we want. I want the MPWF World Championship, and you want to put me away for good. For your boss Mason. Well, KK Crown wants you to get what's coming to you as well. So next episode, Max Payne versus Tendencies for the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship, and I'm bringing Bobby with me. Tendencies is back, and he has a title match on the next episode. And listen to this, folks. For the first time in over 10 years, Halo by Soil is playing for Tendencies. Tendencies coming back and sending a message to Max Payne here. Tendencies may have just saved the career of the Avenger. But on episode 9, it's going to be Max Payne versus Tennessee's one-on-one finally for the MPWF World Heavyweight Championship. And Tennessee's is bringing Bobby with him. Folks, what an episode it's been. We have MPWF Crossroads will be coming up. Underground will be next. We know it's going to be Tennessee's and Max Payne for the title, episode 9. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dwayne James Johnny Feelgood. I am signing out. I will see you soon, and thank you for watching the Major Payne Wrestling Federation action.